start. It's the second chapter of biological classification, and this channel I will teach you in this year whole syllabus of the biology, chemistry, and physics. We make a lot questions in the chemistry also and physics also. In the NEET exam, the questions of the physics and chemistry is very important of the back exercise of the this subject, and I will finish it. And be link word it was. The living word we have completed it, but it was I don't know the how to rotate the screen, that's why it was mm, not much good. But in this video I will teach you best. I try my best. And next, have made the PDF to cross in the phone size, but before it was very short. Pass ಸಣ್ಣದಾಗಿ ಬಂದದ್ದು. Sorry about it. And next we will start with the biological classification. I will tell you the PIQ along with the video and the tricks also, and I will tell you the summary of this chapter also. Summary is also very important. NCERT will some points will not mention in the chapter, but it mention in the summary. They will also come in the exam. It will for board exam also, it was for a NEET exam also very important. And the word to word memorization is very important, for not only of for a class only. You have to prepare another time. You have to time revise it. Next we have to start with, without delay, start. It was sorry for this. And it was error, but I will teach you. Yes, next. Oh, what happening? Next, it was introduction. I'll teach you. In the before class we have that much of study, but and it was how the living word has so many not important things. But in the biological classification we start with the word to word with introduction also. Since the dawn of civilization, there have been many attempts to classify living organisms. It was done instinctively, not using criteria that were scientific, but born out of need to use organisms for our own use, for food, shelter, and cloth. Yes, we have classified the organisms in the basis of our use. We only used organisms for our needs only. But Aristotle was the earliest to attempt a more scientific basis for classification. He used simple morphological characters to classify plants into trees, shrubs, and herbs. Morphology means nothing but it was how how the organisms look by ours, how the organisms look by our eyes. It was the outer structure of it. Morphology is nothing but outer structure. It states about outer structure. Like if we take an example of the plants, its morphology was flowers and stem, leaves, etc. etc. But when anatomy, opposite to it, morphology, anatomy is there. Anatomy is nothing but is the study of internal structure of the organism. Morphology is the study of outer structure of the organism. Yes, clear. And next, here to classify, here Aristotle was classified the trees or the plants on the basis of their morphological characters, like trees, shrubs, and herbs. He classified it like this: trees were bigger plants, and the shrubs were medium-sized plants, and herbs were grass like plants. Like this, he classified. Next, for animals, he classified as two groups, like which have the red blood cells and which do not have a red blood cells, not a less cells, red blood. Organisms which have red blood and one group, and next group of without red blood, without red blood. It may be green or anything of color, but not red. Into two groups by Aristotle. Remember it. It was the important one. It not a PYQ, but a important one. It may be asked. It may be asked after one page class. You have to take a screenshot of it. In linear stem, a two kingdom system of classification with a plantae and animalia was developed that include all plants and animals respectively. Linnaeus mentioned two kingdoms only, that's plantae and animalia. It was made by Linnaeus. This one and this one. Yes, clear. Take a screenshot. I will move next. Yes. Here, this system didn't distinguish between the eukaryotics and prokaryotes. These were the exceptions of this exceptions. What are the exceptions? They do not mention about eukaryotes and prokaryotes. Eukaryotes is nothing but which have a nuclear membrane, definite nuclear membrane. His genetic material was in the nuclear membrane. Atom and the cell has nucleus. In this nucleus, it is covered by the nuclear membrane. But when it comes to the prokaryotes, there is no nuclear membrane in the cell. Nuclear membrane is absent. That's why they were classified into prokaryotes. Remember it. I will give a trick for it. Eukaryotes have nuclear membrane. Yes. Prokaryotes do not have the nuclear membrane. E N and P W. You know the physics wala. Yes, remember it. Physics wala. You when the you have to find it difficult in the remembering, then you have to make a tricks. But tricks were not tricks were not very efficient for remember anything and everything. We have to revise it also. Tricks after doing tricks, don't leave it and remember those also. Then you will remember it. And practice makes man perfect. You know that's all. And PW, remember, PW is nothing but prokaryotes without nuclear membrane. Yes. And it do not mention about unicellular, multicellular. Unicellular means have a one cell only, called unicellular. When multicellular means multi. A word itself says many cells. And also it not mention about photosynthetic like green plants and non-photosynthetic like fungi organisms. Photosynthetic means they synthesize their own food using light. All the green plants do this process. They are the photosynthesis. Photo means nothing but light. That's the that's why they called as photosynthesis, synthesizing organisms. But non-photosynthetic is their heterotrophs, nothing but depend on the other organisms. These are the non-photosynthetic organisms, and it is also Aristotle and Linnaeus classification. The does not mention about these terms. These all are the exceptions of their work. Yes. Next, classification of organisms into plants and animals was easily done and was easy to understand, but a large number of classification didn't fall into either category. Plants and animals, it was easy method, but it the organisms exist like those some organisms we are not taking the any category. They do not fall in the any category, and they are not plant, they are not animals. In the which category we are to we have to put them, and that's the problem. And next, that's why they were cancelled or failed. Hence the two kingdom classification is need was also felt for including other characteristics likes and no, but a large number of organisms don't fall in either categories, and hence two kingdom classification used for long time was found inadequate. It was failed, and besides gross morphology, a need was also felt for including other characteristics like cell structure, nature of wall, mode of nutrition, habitat, methods of reproduction, evolutionary relationships, etc. We used these terms also. Their cell structure and nature of wall, mode of nutrition, in what place they were exist, and method of their reproduction and evolutionary relationship. These all we have taken into account, and then we have classified it. Classification system for the living organisms have undergone several changes over the time, though plant and animal kingdom have been a constant under all different systems. The understanding of what group or organisms be included under this kingdom have been changing. Yes, the classification system was changing as we moving up because of our understanding was broadening, and the number and the nature of other kingdoms have also been understood differently by different scientists over the time, and many classifications were done by the scientists. In this page, we have the importance of the exceptions, and how we classified after these experiments these classification was failed. That's being included with the cell structure, cell wall, mode of nutrition, and the method of reproduction, and the evolutionary relationship. These two are important. Next, take a screenshot, and then we move to the next. Yes, this this table is very much important. The board exams also, the many questions we are asking in this, and it has the NEET PIQ also here, and here the most important column of the NEET, and you have to remember whole box, because many PIQ was done, and the probability of having questions in this table is most accurate. And next, I will teach you the table. Oh, error is there. Please wait. I will this. Yes, cell type. We have the characters like cell type, cell wall, nuclear membrane, body organization, and mode of nutrition. Monera is the a kingdom, and the next protista kingdom, the fungi kingdom, fatty kingdom, and animal kingdom. These are the five kingdoms of classification nowadays we are using. It was given by the R.H. Whittaker, and in the year of 1965. Yes, cell type is of monerans. It was prokaryotic. Prokaryotic nothing but PW. Yes, PW. What is PW? This one? No, no, no. It was prokaryotic without nuclear membrane. Yes, and the other four kingdoms have the eukaryotes. Are the eukaryotes have the nuclear membrane, and cell wall. Cell wall is of monerans. It was non-cellulosic, but plenty has cellulose. It's non-cellulosic. It is the opposite in the cell wall. And non-cellulosic means it is made up of polysaccharide and amino acids. Here present in some protista have the cell wall and some do not. And the fungi as present of cell wall, but it contains another chitin. All the fungi kingdom have the special cell wall called chitin, made up of chitin. What? Chitin. Yes, next. Present plenty of the cellulose of the cell wall, and the animal kingdom do not have a cell wall. Yes. The nuclear membrane absent in the monerans because of they are the prokaryotes. In the eukaryotes they have the cell nuclear membrane. That's why they are present of nuclear membrane. And the body organization of Monera, it was cellular. Monera and the protista, we are the cellular. And the question were asked like this: name the organisms which are cellular eukaryotes. Cellular eukaryotes means it was nothing but protists. They have the cells and only one cell with no group of cells. Cellular along with eukaryote. That's the protist. And fungi has multicellular and loose tissues are there. Plant is the tissue along or maybe organ, and the animals have the tissues, organs, and organ system. Here the increasing level can you see? Yes, increasing level. How? Here multicellular and loose tissues and organ, and the tissues, organs, and organ system. Yes, how? And this group of cells. Remember, group of cells gives us tissue. They have the common function. This group of cells here forms tissue which are functions same common function. They have a same function and group. And this group of tissues will give us organ, and group of organs gives, yes, what is it? Organ system. Yes, clear. That's why here trick is that here increasing order. Yes. Mode of nutrition. Mode of nutrition here very complex mode of nutrition was the monerans. That's why we are done in this block. Phototrophic with photosynthetic also, chemosynthetic also, without light also, with light also, and heterotrophic. Most of the monerans were heterotrophic as they are saprophytic and parasitic. Saprophytic means the organisms which depends on the dead substance, dead organisms, etc. etc. Parasitic means which were derive nutrition from the living organisms but without killing them, like ticks, like leeches in ಅಚ್ಚ ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು ಏನು, ಯಾವೇನು, ತಲೆಯಲ್ಲಿರೋ ಏನು. ಎಸ್ ಎಸ್. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್, no, these were left. Protists are the atrophic, nothing but photosynthetic and also heterotrophic fungi. We are heterotrophs only. We have already learnt in the introduction itself. It was heterotrophic. Some are the saprophytic, some are the parasitic. And the plantia are the photosynthetic. They don't no one as the heterotrophic. They are all autotrophic, but exceptions are there, like cuscuta. You have heard about it? No, cuscuta is a parasitic one. Yes, parasitic. It was heterotrophic itself, and along with insectivorous plant like pitcher plant. These are the organisms which these are the plants which derive nutrition from the organisms or the insects. Pitcher plant, pitcher plant, pitcher plant. It was an insectivorous plant. They have the modified leaves. In these leaves, it was very it was bowl-like structure of leaves, modified leaves. When an insect sit on this leaves, it will close and derives nutrition. Then after it will drop the insect, and the insect will died or alive. Yes, it was killed. Yes. Next, animal had the most of the heterotrophs only, but they are allozoic. Allozoic means they derive nutrition by mammals. Mammals means we people only. We bite. We are the allozoic and saprophytic. Saprophytic means the organisms which depends on the dead organisms or the dead substance. Yes. Next, R.H. Whittaker. I have already explained you. It is PIQ. R.H. Whittaker in the 1969 proposed the 5 kingdom classification, and the classification is like Monera, Protists, and Plantia, Animalia. Yes, in the year is also important. 1969. So sorry, it was 1969. It was syllabus was modified, I think. I heard about it 1965, but it is 1969. Please remember that this is only, and the scientist was R.H. Whittaker. Nowadays we are using this classification only. And the main criteria for classification used by the scheme and includes cell structure, body organization, mode of nutrition, reproduction with phylogenetic relationship. Is a new term, phylogenetic relationship. What is it? It is nothing but evolutionary. Evolutionary. What is it? These two terms are similar. Evolutionary is nothing but dead organisms. After burrowing it in the land, we can get their skeletal system, and by using C14, nothing but carbon 14 isotope, we come to know that what is the relationship of the organisms to organisms. As if we taken the dinosaur skeleton, or the other organisms, dog, or the mammals, we have to check the relationship among them. What is the relationship? That is phylogenetic relationship. Yes. Next, table 2.1. gives the comparative account the different characteristics of the five kingdoms, and the three king domain system has also been proposed that divides the kingdom monarchs into two domains, leaving in the remaining acratic kingdoms in the third domain, and therefore thereby the sixth kingdom classification. We have the three dominion domains, three domains. Mm, mm, and the aristocratic kingdom was five kingdom, but we have the three domains of classification that includes three domains as two domains as Monera, and third domains is these four. Two domains of Monerans. Monerans are the two types, and this have a error.